Hello, we are back at it a little bit here. This workout is going to be a totally core workout. So both anterior and posterior, working front and back. So for your core workout, all you will really need is a single weight. If you don't have a weight, that's totally fine. You can use a couple cans of soup or a jug of water, something like that. Essentially just a little bit so we can have something to work with here in a little bit. Let's get going here. You're going to start off on your back, a nice neutral spine. So when I say neutral spine, I want your hips slightly tilted down into the mat so that your hips are making connection with the floor. You want a small arch in the small of your back. Shoulder blades are relaxed, reaching for your heels. We're going to bring our hands behind our head, so we're just cradling our head. And again, focus on keeping that neutral spine, so that little arch in the small of our back. We're going to take a good inhale here on the floor, and exhale, curl up. Inhale down, and exhale, curl for me. Good, keep that going for me. So crunching up and rolling down. As you curl up, you really want to focus on supporting your head with your arms. So we're not pulling with our arms, we're just supporting the weight of our head. Tucking that chin to your chest, and as you crunch up, your hips are going to want to rock up. Don't let them. Keep those hips anchored on the floor. So inhale down, exhale up. Keep that curl going for me. Wiggle your toes every so often. Again, we don't want any tension in our legs. All that work should be in our core. Think about pulling your rib cage down into your belly button, into your spine. Keep that going for about 10 more seconds. Exhale up, inhale down. Big exhale as you curl up, inhale, relax. Perfect. Coming down, taking a couple good deep breaths, just relaxing, stretching that spine out a little bit, wiggling your hips if you need to. We're going to keep our hands behind our head, and we're going to go into our oblique curl. So we're going to do the exact same curl. We're just going to add some rotation into it. So again, take a breath in on the floor, and exhale, curling up and over, getting a little bit of rotation. Inhale down, we're going to alternate sides. Exhale up and over, inhale down. Again, keep that going for me. As you're doing that curl, you're not given a huge range of motion. So we're not really thinking about our elbow coming all the way to our knee. Really what you're thinking about is just bringing your opposite rib cage to your opposite inner thigh. So curling up, a little bit of rotation through this rib cage, inhaling down. Curling up on that single shoulder blade. Again, we're not pulling with our arms. We're just supporting our head with our arms. That's all we're doing. That weight our head kind of acts as a big weight on the back. So the arms are supporting so we don't have tension in our neck and shoulders. Exhale up and over. Inhale down, alternating sides. Keep that flow going for me. Give me 10 more seconds. Curling up and over. Inhale down. And again, keep those hips down. Those hips are going to want to rock side to side as you curl. Don't let them. Keep that hip anchored as you curl side to side. Again, notice my elbow's not coming anywhere near my knee. I want to think about this rib cage coming to my opposite inner thigh. Relax all the way down again. Shake those hips out. Hug those knees into your chest. Rock a couple small circles side to side if you need to. And relax. Perfect. All right, we're going to move on. We're going to bring our hands down to our side. We're going to bring our legs into tabletop. From here, notice my knees are stacked right over my hips. They're not tucked into my chest with my hips rocked up off the floor. My hips are anchored onto the floor. My knees are right over our hips. Palms are pressed down into the floor. Kind of inch your fingertips down away from your shoulders so your shoulders are relaxed. We're going to inhale, stretch one leg out long. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tuck. Keep that going for me. Inhale, exhale, nice and slow. If you need to modify, keep one foot on the floor and just reach with one leg at a time. Do about 8 to 10 and then switch legs. That's your modification. But if you can do both alternating, that's perfect. Again, just really make sure you're not shrugging your shoulders up and your spine's not lifting up off the floor. That spine's tucked down, our hips are anchored. Keep that single leg extension going for me again for about 10 more seconds. Deep breaths in and out, in and out.
Very nice. Relax those legs down again. Kind of shake your hips out. You need to roll those knees to one side. Getting a stretch through this back. Little rock to the opposite side. Perfect. We're going to bring those legs straight up to the ceiling. So legs are going to be together, toes are pointed up. Again, hands are pressed down into the floor. We're going to inhale, lower one leg, and exhale, lift. Alternating sides, inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. Keep that going, alternating legs. Again, if you need to modify, bring one leg down to the floor and just do a single leg, lower and lift, lower and lift. Again, do about 8 to 10, and then we'll switch sides. As we're doing these, though, again, we don't want to shrug up. We want to keep our spine nice and neutral, and you don't have to lower all the way to the ground like I am. If your lower and lift is this, that's okay. As long as you're creating tension in that core, that's all we're trying to do here, is just create a little bit of tension and stabilize the spine. So again, we don't want that back popping up and down. The whole point of doing core work is to kind of create a stable core, a stable spine. Keep that going for me for 15 more seconds. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Good. Again, keeping those hips down, keeping that upper back. So when I say back from arching up, really from your rib cage up. That rib cage up should be down on the floor. The small of our back right here should have a small little lift, not a ton, and our shoulders should be relaxed. Perfect. Hug those knees into your chest and rock a couple small circles side to side. Perfect. All right. We're going to bring those legs into tabletop. So again, knees right over our hips. We're going to keep them there. Bring those hands behind your head again, so you're cradling your head, and we're just going to go back to that basic crunch or curl that we started with. We're going to exhale and curl it up, and inhale down. Exhale, lifting up. Pull that rib cage into that belly button, and inhale, lower. Notice when I curl up, my elbows aren't coming forward. They're staying relaxed and back. Also notice when I curl up, my knees aren't tucking in. We're keeping those hips anchored. Exhale it up. Inhale down. Your modification, if you need to, keep that curl going for me, is to bring one foot to the floor and just curling straight up into that single leg. Do about 8 to 10 and then switch if you need to modify. But again, try to do it if you can. You know your limits better than I do. Work where you feel comfortable. Give me 3 more. Curling up 3. Exhale up 2. And last 1. Perfect. Coming all the way down and relax. Shake it up. Kind of arch that spine up and down. Take a little breath. Give those abs a quick break before we go into that same tabletop oblique crunch. We're just adding that rotation in. So legs in tabletop. Exhale, curl up and over. Inhale down. Keep that going. Exhale up and over. Inhale down. So again, as I do this oblique curl, I'm really lifting up on my single shoulder blade while the other one rotates over. Exhale, lifting up on that single shoulder blade. We really want to focus on getting up onto the tip of that shoulder blade, not just the flat. So we're not just kind of crunching our head and rotating our arms to the side. We really want to get this lift and rotation. Keep that going for me. Exhale up, inhale down, alternating sides. Good. Again, focus on when you rotate. Those hips are going to want to kind of rock side to side with you. Don't let them. Keep those hips perfectly stable on the floor as you curl up and over. Good. Give me 5 more seconds right there. So about 2 more curls. 2 and 1 and relax. Perfect. We're going to stay on our backs. Our legs are actually going to stay in tabletop, but instead of doing a single leg extension this time, we're going to do a double leg extension. So reach those fingertips towards the end of the mat, towards your heels. Knees are over hips. We're going to inhale, reach those legs out, and exhale, tuck back in. Inhale, reach, and exhale, tuck. Let's go. Keep that going, following along. Reaching out, tucking in. Notice when I tuck in, I don't tuck into my chest. I don't let these hips rock up. I keep my hips anchored. I reach out, and I tuck. To modify, bring one foot to the floor and just go back to your singles. Your other modification is if you reach up and higher, it's easier. So if you need to reach more towards the ceiling, that's totally fine, rather than straight out towards the floor. The lower you reach towards the floor, the more challenging it's going to be. So again, keep your spine neutral, keep those hips down. Inhale, reach, exhale, tuck. Give me 2 more. Big reach out for 2 and tuck it in. Exhale and reach and pull it right back in. Very nice, good. Kind of shake those hips out, take a couple good deep breaths. And then bring those legs straight up to the ceiling. Hands are gonna be at your side for me. Palms pressing down into the floor. I'm going to have you lower those legs and exhale, lift. Keep that going right there. Squeeze those legs together, lowering down, and squeeze your tummy muscles to lift up. Again, your modifications for this are to go into single legs, or again, your range of motion. You don't have to lower those legs down as far as what I demonstrated. If this is your lower and lift, that's totally fine. As long as we're getting that tummy engaged, we're creating that tension, that's all that matters. So keep that going for me. Keep that leg lift going for me. Inhale as you lower down, exhale as you lift. And again, if you feel your shoulders shrugging up, really press your palms down into the floor. That's how you're going to kind of get your stability and find that control. Give me 2 more. Inhale down. Exhale, pull that tummy in tight. Think about pulling that rib cage to your spine. Lifting up, and 1 more time. Inhale down, and exhale coming up. That is perfect. From here, stretch those legs out long for me. Bring your arms overhead, and just give me a deep breath in, and stretch as long as you can. Get a nice big stretch, and exhale, relax. Good. Hands are going to stay at your side. Your legs are going to come back into tabletop for me. And I'm going to have you do some toe taps here. What I want you to focus on doing here is not moving from your knee, but moving from your hip. So we're going to inhale, we're going to tap 1 foot down, and exhale, pull it back in. Alternating sides. Inhale, tap, exhale, lift. Keep that going. Alternating as you go. And again, moving from our hips. So we're not bending from our knees, we're bending from that hip. So we get that deep transverse abdominal involved. We get that low, broad tummy muscle engaged and working. Same thing, push those palms into the floor here. So don't shrug those shoulders up. Keep those hands relaxed. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Press into the floor for your stability. Keep that spine neutral and keep that going for me. Inhale as you tap. Exhale as you lower. Very, very nice. Keep that up. Inhale down. Exhale lift. Strong tummy. Keep that spine nice and neutral. So again, don't let that spine arch up and down as you move. Keep those hips anchored. Give me 3. Good. 2. And last 1. Very nice. Hug those knees into your chest while you're on your back. Rock a couple circles side to side and mid-back to tailbone. Give that small of your back a bit of a massage. Kind of hugging those knees in. You can stretch everything long. Take 2 or 3 good deep breaths. Breathing in through that belly and out through that belly. Very nice. I'm going to have you come up onto your tailbone for me. So you're sitting up, grabbing that single weight or a couple cans of soup, that jug of water, whatever you have, just something so you have a little bit of weight. And if you don't want to use anything, you don't have to. Just do this without. Leaning back a little bit. Notice how I'm not crunched. I'm tall. My chest is open. I'm in a nice straight line. I'm just balancing on my tailbone. We're going to tap this weight from one side to the other. Inhale, exhale. Keep that going for me. And again, you're going to use your arms a little bit, but notice my chest isn't staying in the center. I'm just using my arms. I'm rotating my torso to tap. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit, float your legs up and keep that same twist going. You don't have to do that though. And again, you can do this without the weight. Tapping side to side, little lean back, just making sure this torso is moving. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Set that weight off to the side if you were using it. We are going to come into a plank. You can do your plank on the floor, or you can do it on a couch, a stool, a chair, whatever you want, a bench. That is up to you. We're going to come up and we're going to hold a 30-second plank. So go ahead and come onto your forearms. We're going to start with a forearm plank. Walk those legs back, nice flat line, and just hold for me. Notice my hips aren't up, my back's not dipped. I'm in a nice flat line. Also, my chest isn't shrugged up, my shoulders aren't shrugged up. Hold right here. Keep that going. It's hard for me to talk and do that. So keep holding your plank for me, but keep your core strong. You want to think about pulling your rib cage up into your spine, really lifting up. That's where we're going to get that engagement through our tummy. Make sure you're breathing. So good deep breaths in, good deep breaths out. Keep that going. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax down. Stay where you are on your tummy on the floor. We're going to do a quick little stretch while we're here. So bring your hands outside your shoulders with your elbows at your rib cage, and we're just going to stretch that back out. Keeping the weight in your hands, we're just going to roll up as much as what feels comfortable. If you can't do this much extension, that's totally fine. Keep your elbows soft. Just press wherever you can. Notice that I'm supporting myself with my arms. I'm not lifting with my back. So again, start low and just roll up, pressing through your arms as high as what feels comfortable. And give me a good deep breath in and a good deep breath out. And roll yourself down. Very nice. All right. Coming on up for me. On our hands and knees here. Nice flat back. So we've got 2 exercises left here. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We are going to bring our right hand to the back of our head. From here, we're going to exhale and open that chest up as high as we can. And then bring our elbow down to our opposite elbow. Exhale, opening up. Get this nice rotation. So you're getting a little stretch, but get that rotation. And then rotating down. Keep that going for me on the same side. So again, we're going to rotate up and rotate down. Exhale up, inhale down. Good. Switch sides for me. Bring that hand behind your head. And again, we're going to open up our chest away from that arm. And then come down and tap. Exhale, open up. Coming down and tap. Keep that going. So again, as we rotate up, we're really wanting to open this chest. We're wanting to rotate through this tummy. We're not letting our hips kind of rotate and move. It's all from this torso, right here from our rib cage. Give me 2 more. Opening up, tap down, and open up. Big, big stretch, and come down. Good. From here, we're going to end this with some proper breathing. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, nice flat back. Watch my back. Notice whatever I'm doing here, my back stays perfectly straight. So think about if I put a level across your back. That little bubble would stay right in the middle. I want you to take a deep breath in and feel your belly kind of expand towards the floor. As you exhale, use those tummy muscles and push all that air out and feel that tummy get tight. So inhale. Think about breathing in deep into your lungs, almost like you're breathing through your ribs. Feel that belly expand to the floor, but not by dropping your spine, by letting your belly expand. And then exhale. Really push all that air out. Squeeze those tummy muscles. Do that 3 more times. Inhale, let that belly fall to the floor, not the spine, but the belly. Breathe deep into your lungs. And exhale, push all that air out. Get tight, 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 tight through that tummy. Big deep breath in. Exhale out. 1 more. Inhale. Expand your lungs. Expand that belly. And exhale. Squeeze. Deep, 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 deep. Exhale. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your tummy. And relax for me. That was perfect.